Yes, welcome back, you beautiful people. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're watching all over the world. Welcome back to the Kop TV with myself, AGC. How are we? Is the first question. The voice of football's most famous stand for the next 20 to 25 minutes in terms of a match preview to get you in the mood for Liverpool's fourth round trip again to Brighton. Stay nowhere, go nowhere, because we've got it all for you. Make sure, as always, guys, that you please, on entry, press that like button if you haven't already. Make sure you comment with your score predictions, your lineup predictions as well. And of course, if you're watching live or not even live, make sure you subscribe to the Kop TV if you have not already. How dare you? Right, the title for this video is Brighton. Can we actually beat them? And it's a valid question considering the times that Liverpool are in right now. I mean, we've fallen, guys. We've really fallen. If this is the title, can we even beat Brighton? And you have to give all of the praise, all of the adulation to Brighton, because they have done a very good job. They've done it the right way as well. And you know, we have lost their 3-0. By the way, that thing behind me, if you're watching, that is an eye mask. It's my girlfriend's eye mask. It's not any knickers or anything like that before anyone gets on to me. That is an eye mask. Okay, just to clear that up, because I thought it was there. But as I said, Brighton 3-0 winners last time we met, only 2 weeks ago. It was an awful performance, one of the worst I've seen under Klopp. So at the very, very least, we don't make that happen again, and we try and win this game if we can. I mean, they are so in form right now. They know how to play against us, and you can guarantee as well that they're not going to play a weaker team than they played against us when they beat us 3-0 2 weeks ago, and we probably are. So by logic, by theory, even though football isn't done necessarily on paper, we should be losing this 4 or 5-0, people, which is a ridiculous thing to say. But on that logic, it makes sense. But obviously, we're not going to lose 4 or 5-0. This is when, anyway, I won't even jinx it. Big up to everyone involved in the chat. Remember, I can't read out every single comment, as always. But if you can send in a super chat to support the channel, we would very much appreciate it, only if you can. Big up to you, Jake, again, watching from Australia. Good day. Good day to you, my friend. Big up to Fraser as well. We'll be back in Jurgens for Sunday's game. There won't be any Kop TV people there on Sunday, my friend. But we will be around. Don't worry about that. And obviously, make sure you're at the derby as well for your fan cam, as always. And just a general shout out to people who are watching this who are match goers, who do go to the game at Anfield. If you ever want to have your voice heard on the football's most famous stand, the voice of football's most famous stand, I Am a Mess, a channel, then make sure you do come over to us at the end of the game. Let's show you some stats for this one, right? Let's get some stats out. Now, this isn't good reading for Liverpool fans. Brighton have scored 3 goals in both of their meetings with Liverpool this season. 6 goals in 2 games, people. Having done so in just 2 of their first 35 against the Reds in all competitions. The Seagulls, by the way, are looking to win consecutive games against Liverpool for the first time in their history. This has never happened for Brighton before. Liverpool have progressed from 3 of their 5 FA Cup ties against Brighton, most recently a 6-1 victory in February 2012. Do you know what? Someone get the scorers up for that game, so it kind of jogs my memory a little bit. It was the year that we got to the final against Chelsea, and we lost. Brighton have lost both of their FA Cup games against the holders of the competition. That's one thing that we can't forget, guys. Right now, as we sit here, Liverpool are the holders of this competition. So we need to make sure that we go out and at least put up a very good fight if we are going to retain it. I want to win the FA Cup. I really want to. Let's see what you think as well. Do you really want to win the FA Cup? Is it a priority for you, considering definitely not winning the Premier League? I mean, it's looking long, to say the least, in the Champions League. So this could be, people, our easiest route to a trophy. Let us know in the comments if you agree. I love this. I love this as well, by the way. You guys know already how much of a Stefan Badger fan that I am. He has got it all. He has everything that you need to be a top central midfielder in the Premier League, internationally. And it looks like he's going to sign a long-term deal. And I think it's deserved, first and foremost. But Liverpool need him. It's not like we can sign him up and you play a couple of games next year. No. You're in the team, like you saw against Chelsea. Big up to him, man. Congratulations on that. Big up to Ant Dicko, as always locked into the Kop TV. Afternoon, Alex. Hope you're good. Sad seeing such a divided fan base. Such is life, Ant. sad seeing such divided society, humans in general, without getting too deep about it. But that's the whole world, my friend. But you're right, especially when it is Liverpool. We all need to be behind the boys and supporting them for this, in what is our best chance to win a trophy. And not only that, get a bit of momentum as well, in terms of just wins on the board, so we can make sure that we do our best this season. Yes, there's a lot of, I call them distractions, things on social media or things in Liverpool news that can draw you out, or you can comment on. I'm not into that. I'm about spreading positivity on this channel. We don't really like to, we talk about important things, like you saw on Hot Topics podcast when we spoke about the arrests of the Chelsea and the Liverpool fans at the weekend. We talk about stuff like that, but I am aware of another couple of channels involved in some kind of Twitter space thing, which I'm not interested in at all. I don't know anything about it, so I wouldn't comment. But we're here to talk about positive things, man. But big up to everyone, regardless, online. Big up, lads. Big up to Lou as well. Time to show these men we are Liverpool. A week off, plenty of rest. No reason we shouldn't be at it out of the gate. This is also something I want to talk to you about. Big up to everyone sending in their injury news at the minute. Thank you, Kay. Big up, Scarf African, my brother. How are you, fella? Loving the picky as well. He's very close to signing it, so it's basically happened. But I wanted to show you an article, you guys, from This Is Anfield. It's got a bit of an update about Liverpool's injury news so far, and there are notably 4 new absentees to the training pictures. So as you can see, this is our new, I'm loving this, by the way, this is the new Liverpool training gear for, I'm guessing, what, summer, spring 23. I'm not sure if they work in seasons like the rest of the fashion industry, but nonetheless, it's an absolute belter, and I probably will buy this, if I'm honest. Love the long puffer jacket. I've got one myself, and obviously Jurgen wearing the hat today. He has been wearing the beanie recently as well, people. But here you go. 4 new absentees, as if this wasn't bad enough. Still so many big names out. But there was a 24-man Liverpool squad pictured in training yesterday. Let's go down and see who was out. So, yep, they won the game, as we saw on their Instagrams yesterday. But obviously, Virgil van Dijk, Firmino. Just before we go on, this one really gets to me, because I read an interview or a quote from Firmino before we actually played Brighton the last time we went there, about 2 weeks ago. And he said he'd be back for it. Whether they were a fake quote, I'm not too sure. But that injury has taken him a long time to get around. And obviously there's new contract talks as well with Bobby, which I want and I need him to sign. He's been the most used player under Klopp since 2015, and he still can play such a big role, starting or coming off the bench. And I've got so much love for that guy. He's one of my top 3 Liverpool players of all time in terms of my favourites. The way he plays, unbelievable. But we need to see him back on the pitch. So Bobby, if you're watching, mate, do everything you can to get back on that pitch, because I still don't know what the injury is. I know it's probably out there, but it's so innocuous that I haven't actually got a vivid picture in my mind of what he's out with. So that just makes it a little bit more confusing. But Arthur, as we know, always out. Luis Diaz, Luchito, vamos, vuelva ahora, por favor. I'd love him to return as soon as possible, please. Luis Diaz, some player. And Diogo Jota, as we know, looking to be available for the mid-February Real Madrid tie. But again, people, that's still 3 weeks away. So, it's poor. So also Nat Phillips, James Milner, Fabio Carvalho, and Adrian were also not in training, or not pictured in training on Wednesday, though it is unclear whether there are any new injury issues. I mean, Nunes is back, as we know, but these guys all being out. Oof, get them back ASAP, please. Reece Williams, as we know, back from Blackpool, who have just appointed my old mate Mick McCarthy as manager. Big up to him. But as we know, a week left in the transfer window. There's still going to be no developments about players coming in, but potentially we could see Nat Phillips leave, people. What do we make of that? Loan could be a permanent deal as well. Nothing but amazing words to say about Nat Phillips. He's been such a good servant to the club, and I wish him all the best. I want him to get as many minutes as he can, because he deserves it. If it's not at Liverpool, it would be sad, really sad to see him go, because I still love to see him play as much as he can do in this team. But at the same time, you have to leave and get your game time. And he's going out of Liam Gallagher's daughter, so that's a belter as well. Calvin Ramsey was pictured, but there was also no sign of Ben Doak. So I mean, Calvin Ramsey again needs to come back. Thiago having a little trim there. Got the old, well, not the old new. As you can see, the details on it are mad. The old new training gear. Costas there as well. And that was the guys pictured in training. So Salah, Nunez, Gakpo, Ox, and Clark as forwards. Again, still waiting for a couple of, well, 3 massive names to be back on this list. But at the minute, these guys will definitely start together. I would say on Sunday, I'd say put the full team out and let's go to work and make sure we can try and at least cling on to this FA Cup trophy that we've got still in our palm of our hand. So, guys, there you go. There's the injury updates. Big up to Scouse African with the super chat. Thank you, my brother. So generous as always. Thank you. Thank you. Check out the new shirt for next season. What do we also think of the LeBron James shirt, by the way? And also the limited edition Air Max came out today as well. Well, not came out, but you know what I mean. I'm just typing in Liverpool kit for next season. Yes, I have seen that. Do you guys want to see what I'm seeing right now? Let's get it up. Let's get the picture up. Big up to you, Scouse African, for sending that super chat in. It goes straight back into the channel and making sure we can afford studio, etc. This is allegedly, if you do hear barking, by the way, that is my dog Gus. But this is allegedly the new Liverpool shirt for next season. People, how do we feel about it? I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I mean, how circular is that? I would like to see a V-neck there, if I'm honest. But that looks pretty spot on, to be fair. I mean, a lot of people have complained. To be fair, with kits, you can never win, can you? You can never win because you want it to have green on. Some people say, oh, get the green off. You want it to be a bit plainer. We make it totally plain. People complain about the detail. With this one, you've got a collar and the plainness here. Still standard chartered, as we know. The badge there, Nike tick. I like this. It reminds me of like the 98, 99, like 98 to 2000 shirt, which I kind of grew up in as a kid. So I'm liking this. It reminds me of that. And of course, when I get hold of it, if it is to be the one, we should say this is a leak, potential leak. So allegedly, this is the kit for next season. But again, Nike could obviously prove us wrong. But I'm a fan. Let us know in the comments what you think about it as well. And big up to you, my friend. Let's have a look through the comments. Brighton says Jim Robertson are a very good team and fair play to them. I seriously want to beat them. We are the holders and we want the Reds into the next round. You're not wrong there, fella. Big up to you. It looks like we will get Jude in the summer. Do you know what? Man, how many times do I see videos on the news or on YouTube about the future of Jude Bellinger? I'm kind of, it's all going to carry on going throughout the summer and the spring as well. I'm stressed by it. I'm stressed by this every time I see it because I desperately want him to come to Liverpool. And I do still think we can get him without Champions League football. I do think we can. But, man, Jude has to come to Liverpool. There's no other option, mate, please. He's been in the gym working hard to get back. See, Arthur might be getting a ban from football because of the whole Juve fiasco. We might not get to see King Arthur of Achilles after all. No, I didn't see that. Put the old link in the comments, Crick D, because I would like to read that article. Diaz was on it before Partey fell on him. That's true. He was very much on it. He was very, very good this season. Dog update. Gus? Gussie! See if he comes. Gus, you coming? Gus? What's this? Actually, no. Do you know what, Ant? I've just woke him up. He was in bed asleep then. It's all right. Go back. Because he does ruin the show sometimes. Yeah, I love the white collar. The purple one's cool as well. I have seen that. Yeah, and it does look like that one, bro. Michael Owen. Yeah, man, it's great, really. If you want to send in a super chat, of course. Straight away, Michael Owen popped into my head, rubbing his hands against Newcastle. That is the kit I'm thinking of, 100%, man. Chelsea in for Mateus Nunes. Obviously, we want him as well. And hopefully he does not go to Real Madrid soon. But let's actually preview the game. Try and put together some kind of lineup prediction. I mean, as I said, we've got no confidence coming into this game, considering this was the place where we held one of our worst defeats in the Premier League of all time. The dog has arrived. There he is, playing with his little toys. Say, Gus, what's this? There we go. Good boy. Anyway, let's get back to this match preview. It's more important than Gus. Oh, there's the old. All right, Gus, chill out. What was I going to say? Wherever, Gus, can you stop barking, please? I'm trying to do a professional show here. I can't play with you right now. I know your hand's on my leg, but I have to give the people a match preview for the next 10 minutes. Get out. He's taking the hint. Yeah, he's taking the hint. Yeah, as I said, no confidence really going into this game, considering the beatdown that we got there in the Premier League only a couple of weeks ago. Gus is speaking facts, to be fair. What he just said there, I totally agree with. Let us know in the comments if you do as well with King Gus. But yeah, no confidence going into this one. Obviously, they're going to go full throttle. They know how to play against us after having won so recently. They're going to have their targets, their press triggers as well, going to be strong in terms of when our midfield get the ball, how they surround us and suffocate us, punish us into mistakes. This is what I'm telling you right now is what we used to do 2 or 3 years ago. It's painful to say this, people. But we got to hope that they put out a slightly weaker team. I don't really want to see McAllister again. Trossard's gone now, which is good. But, Caicedo running rings around our midfield. I don't want to see that. I don't want to say Lewis Dunk absolutely shutting down Nunes and Gakpo and Salah again. I don't want to see McAllister shooting from range. Can't give him space. I don't want to see Solly March, who scored it, not Pascal Gross. Oh, it's annoying, if I'm honest. This team is dangerous. It is. So, let's just hope they don't play as well as they did. That's all we can hope for, really, is that they don't get everything ticking as early and as quickly and as efficiently as they did a couple of weeks ago, because this Liverpool need time to wake up. We don't normally start playing until the second half, and then we're chasing games. I definitely don't want to see us concede a goal again. Danny Welbeck, another name. Lallana. All these players are brilliant for them in their system. I'm scared, people. That's why I couldn't lie to you today. I could not lie to you. Mitoma. I couldn't lie to you today and put something super optimistic in the title, because I genuinely, unfortunately, sadly, I'm praying for a win against Brighton in the FA Cup 4th round. Who would have thought it? But here we are. All these guys are massive threats, and they tore us apart the last time we played them. And again, we played our pretty much full strength team that day. So we're going to have to do the same on the weekend. Sunday at 1:30. We will have a bit of a show after for you as well, guys. So don't worry about that. We'll get Doyle and Mario and everyone on. But yeah, we do want a shrubbery. I would play the young team again, says Spirit. Well, this is the thing, right? Who do we go with? Let's go with Alisson in goal, even though Kelleher... Actually, do you play Kelleher, though? Let me know in the comments. I'm sitting back and talking about this one. I'm comfy. Do we play Kelleher in this one, guys? Let me just get the old headspace correct. Do we play Kelleher? Where am I watching it? I'll be in London, my bro, unfortunately. So I'll be doing a video after. Kelleher in goal, says Kay. Difficult one, man, because Alisson is the better goalkeeper, but then Kelleher has never let us down. And Alisson obviously had a howler, an absolute howler last time out at Brighton 2 weeks ago. Actually, do you know what, people? Kelleher's in. Kelleher is in for me. A lot of people asking for Kelleher in goal in the comments, which is good. We go Robbo. Still no Van Dijk, as we know. And Nat Phillips definitely won't play if he's on his way out, potentially. So in the central defense positions, do I go with Gomez? Do I go with Matip? Konate definitely plays, even though he had a shocker against Brighton. So did Gomez when he came on. And if Matip's going off, then you know he had a howler as well. So slim pickings, really. And this is why I do think we need another central defender in the summer at least, just as backup, but a good one that can compete and breathe down the necks of our current defenders and give them competition. Konate and Matip. Again, is that a bit naive? Gomez as well had a bit of a shocker. This is really difficult. I wouldn't want to be Klopp in this situation. This is a selection headache, even though we've still got massive names out. However, come on, Alex, pick two. Konate's one. And the next one, I'm going to go with Matip. I'm going to go with Matip. And then left back, Robbo or Tsimikas? Who am I going with? I'll go with Robbo. I'll go with Robbo. Yeah, I'm going to go with him. So that's the back five. Kelleher, Trent, obviously, didn't even mention him, but he plays Trent, Kanate, Matip, and Robertson. In midfield, do you go with Bacetic? That's the big question. Keita had a howler against Chelsea, so I wouldn't start him. Oof, do you go with Fabinho, Hendo, Thiago, Harvey? Three in the midfield are Bacetic for me, Thiago, and Fabinho. And then the front three, I'm going big. Big as we can get. Big as we can get. We're going Gakpo on the left, Nunes up top, and Salah on the right. And the players that I would bring on, if you're to believe that Fabio wasn't pictured in training yesterday, again, I'm not sure if he was today, but if you're to believe that, the players you can expect to see from the bench, the Ox, Harvey, Milner was on that list as well. Pretty slim pickings again, guys. The Ox, Harvey, Simicas, and obviously whoever doesn't start in midfield. But attacking wise, do you maybe put Harvey in instead of Mo? It's a question. I'm not saying I'd do it, but it's a question to ask you guys. Let us know in the comments what you think about that. Oh, yeah. So just to round it off, Kelleher in goal, Trent, Kanate, Matip, Robertson, Bacetic, Thiago, Fabinho, Gakpo, Nunes, Salah. That is my team. That is my team to get us through to the next round, the fifth round. And then after that, I think it's the quarterfinal, semis, and final. I'd love a day out in Wembley in May. Please make it happen, boys. The FA Cup final last season was one of the best days of my life, people. I was singing on stage with James and Ruby in front of 5,000 people at Box Park, Wembley, before and after the game. Unbelievable scene. So make sure we do another one of those. Doak wasn't pictured in training yesterday, as I showed you earlier from that list. Crick D putting together the bench for us. Kelleher, Ramsey, Matip. Oh no, this is his team. Is this his team? Is this your team, Crick? You sure? Keller, he's gone for Kelleher, Ramsey, Matip, Phillips, Simicas, Fabinho, Henderson, Elliott, Carvalho, Gakpo, and Ox. Not too sure about that one, my friend. But again, this game has got all the makings to be a big upset for them. But again, we've got enough quality with those names that I've just read out to easily win this game. But that's the thing you can't say, and the players should never say. We can say it, but the players should never say that. So it's one of those guys. Praying for a win. Praying for a win. I really want to win this competition again. Holders, that's what we do. We hold competitions. I mean, we haven't done it for a while. When was the last time we held? I can't remember. But there you go, people. That is your match preview and lineup prediction out of the way. Let's get into the score prediction. Oh, no. I'm going for 2-2 and Liverpool win on penalties, which, again, I don't want to happen, if I'm honest. But after that game, there's another week. And then we play Wolves. Loads of content coming up next week. By the way, Hot Copics on Tuesday is going to be an absolute belter. You've got myself, Mario, and we've also got Jake. If you're watching this, Jake, big up to you. Scouse content creator, goes the game. Looking forward to you guys to getting to know him. And also Keo Music from Boss Night. Unbelievable singer. He was with us that day in the FA Cup final, singing very well. We were singing poorly, obviously. But he was unbelievable, and he's on there as well. He's also just written a new book, My First Liverpool Songs. It's all the songs, all the classics that he sings on stage to thousands, hundreds of thousands of Reds all over the globe. This guy is always on the road, traveling, working, and he's got a book. So make sure you have a look at that when we're on Tuesday. So that's coming up next week, and we've got loads more stuff as well. We're going to go abseiling down the side of Anfield as well, by the way. Me and Marrow and Doyle. So that's going to be an absolute madness. And also a little secret. This is a Kop TV exclusive that you will not hear anywhere else. It's the 26th of January today. On Sunday, the 12th of February, James, Ruby, myself, and Mario are going to be doing something absolutely massive, representing the Kop TV. We're going to do a behind the scenes video of the day as well, the whole shoot. It's going to be incredible. I can't wait for you guys to see this. I can't tell you what it is yet, but it's going to be an absolute madness. Trust me. Score prediction, yeah, there it is, 2-2 on penalties. I'll answer a few questions then. Let's sit up and answer a few questions before I get off today. FSG have gone down the old divide and rule route with the fans, have us at each other now. Snakes. Listen, FSG, whether you like them or not, I mean, my opinion is, I've said it a few times on the channel, my opinion on FSG is both good and bad. I think it's fairly balanced when you consider the list of things that they've achieved at Liverpool. We should always be grateful for those. But there's obviously things that haven't been done as smoothly as can be. So we'll see what happens. Is it a majority? Is it a small deal that we're looking at, or is it a much larger full-scale operational sale from FSG to whoever it may be? We've obviously reported about who it could be, but listen, it's however you want to view the situation, isn't it? That's football, and whatever happens. I just want it to get sorted quickly, so there's no confusion or doubt around things. You know, I'd love to know why Salah met the guys from Qatar a couple of weeks ago. I'd love to know what FSG's thoughts are. But as fans, we're kept way at arm's length, and we won't know these things until they come out. So whatever you think of them is what it is, isn't it? Statement of Spirit of Shankly statement has rattled a few, that's for sure. Not got enough money to compete on a level playing field. The sooner, the better, or the partial buyout leading to a full sale of the club. 3-1 Brighton, says Ant. That is a howler, bro. Not from you, but that's how it is at the minute. 2-1. Is that to Brighton or Liverpool? Because Brighton are the home team. FSG should go from remote control account. And there you go. I just gave my opinion on that yesterday. Do you know what? I didn't even see these Twitter spaces that I'm hearing about. So it's sad to see such division. But again, that's just society in general. And of course, fans need to come together. Of course we do. That goes without saying. I didn't even know what these. Again, I don't involve myself in that kind of social media fake beef. Like it's not for me. I'm just focusing on Liverpool, to be honest. And if we can win this next game, which I'm hoping we can, even though the title might not suggest that. Brighton, this is what I think. 2-2 on penalties. I'm going for that as well. Of course, we don't want that for sure. It's funny how United literally asking, saying, yeah, SOS, ask, and there's uproar. There you go. It is what it is. Unfortunately, as I said, we won't know these things until they come out. But there you go. There's your match preview. Brighton versus Liverpool. Can we actually beat them? Let us know in the comments right now. And thank you for watching. As always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll be back on Sunday straight after this game. Take care. All the best. Take care.
Thanks for watching the video, guys. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stands, for a lot more Liverpool content.
Remember to check out our Shopify store for this beauty and much more. It's the new Luchito's Way Diaz t-shirt based on Luis Diaz and Carlito's Way. It's out now, designed by Rubi.
And there's going to be so many